Hello, everybody. It is your co-host of the Hate Napkin. I am joining you from the armpit of the devil's asshole, pro-life central, Columbia, South Carolina. And we're going to do something a little special today. By the way, I'm your co-host, Eric, of course, and our other co-host, Garrett, is busy rounding up wombs all over the Palmetto State to make sure that they are following the marching orders of the current Supreme Court regime. All right, anyways, so this is a special episode that we're going to air. Usually we do our stuff and then a couple weeks later air an episode, but we're going to air this one right away. This is episode 624, season 1, 624, in honor of, or in dishonor of the recent Supreme Court ruling that was the first time in not human, but U.S. history that we have had a human rights stripped from us. And by us, I mean women. But since women don't have rights, I'll say us. Okay, so I'm your co-host, Eric. Co-host Garrett is out there rounding up wombs as we speak. We're also joined from somewhere in Southeast Asia by Polly from Bali, our sound engineer. Where are you joining us from today, Polly?
I am in a third world country that provides universal health care, including health care for women.
How soon can I get there?
No rights for you, no travel. Give up visa now. So I think Paul is joining us from somewhere in Southeast Asia where they have actually introduced a foundation for civilization, unlike the United States. And actually, I see the good eye there in the background hanging from your wall. I like that. Anyways, we're also joined from Burnt Korn, Alabama, the other armpit of the devil's asshole, by Carla, who is the local abortion activist at the Dairy Queen. Nice to know that DQ Corporate's getting into it. She's also the editor-in-chief of the Burnt Korn
Register and Tribune.
Newswire and Hanger.
Yeah, that's probably closer.
From my understanding is that you've started laying down newspapers in the back of the Dairy Queen, and you're using the Blizzard machine for something other than blizzards. Is this how it's going now? Is it
allegedly? Allegedly.
The back alley Brazier abortion clinic in Burnt Korn. Which, by the way, for those of us just joining on YouTube, I did bring my handy impromptu abortion kit today. So I've got my makeshift. I'm not sure what this is, like maybe a cock ring. I've got a clamp, a mini clip clamp, and then a very pointy edged Norwegian flag for jamming in there, and then to light the fetus on fire, a handy dandy Bic lighter. So there you go.
It's much easier to clean out the cherry Blizzard machine, in my opinion.
This part's true.
I'll never be able to look at a cherry Dilly Bar the same ever again.
And all I came armed with was a something to perform vasectomies.
Oh my God. Wait, you're gonna get that up a urethra? That needs to be a pay-per-view episode.
No, I'm just gonna claw their balls off.
Oh my God, folks. So again, welcome to season 1, episode 624 of the Hate Napkin. By the way, if you've got anything that you hate, and I'm sure you've got lots of it, just send it to info@thehatenapkin.com. That's info@thehatenapkin.com. And our special guest, Carla, if we allow her to speak, because her rights are in limbo, and we exercise our mansplaining constitutional rights to shut her down whenever we feel like it. But at the moment, we're very happy to permit Carla to reach deep into the vajayjay mailbag, that is the THN mailbag. And I'm going to guess that we got 1 or 2 communications this week.
Or 50.
Or 50. Wow. All right, Carla, take it away until we stop you.
I'm just hitting the highlights. First one said, good morning to everyone at the Hate Napkin, except Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, Samuel Alito, Clarence Thomas, Amy Coney Barrett, and John Roberts. Fuck the 6 of you. I can go with that. The next one said the Roe v. Wade decision was never leaked. It was advance notice to tamp down a violent reaction by giving everyone more time to process it. Well, so far, I think the only violence has been coming from the people who won. A group of ladies protesting in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, had a rather large pickup truck decide that he didn't like them blocking traffic, and he tried to mow over a group of women armed violently with cardboard signs. He ran over one of them, and she's in the hospital.
Did the truck have like metal alloy testicles on the back? Do we know?
No, I think that was on the back of my truck.
We allow you that joke.
Thank you. This morning, I got word that a Rhode Island police officer, Jean Legault, has been placed on paid administrative leave after on camera punching a Black woman, his Democratic rival for state Senate, at a Roe v. Wade rally.
Whoa.
Yes. One woman wrote to out her conservative former partner who paid for 3 abortions. Hey, women, if you've had an abortion paid for by a conservative Republican, name them. Mine was married in his early 30s, wealthy. I was in my early 20s, a single mom of 2. He paid for 3 abortions. His wife was the wealthy one, an engineer at AT&T. He owned a landscaping sprinkler system company called, since I'm not an asshole and I don't dox people, I'm not gonna out him. She said, I was a bartender. He had me and a female police officer as side chicks. His name is blank from blank, Texas. I'll go that far. I call him out on Facebook as much as possible. He'd rather pay for my abortions than child support.
So is that one of those situations where you go into the clinic, do they give you like a stamp card? You know, and if you've got 2, then the third one is free? Or...
Are you slut shaming her? Are you?
No. I'm just trying to figure out how the process used to work. I 3, or was it like 1 abortion and it took 3 times to make it happen? Because
oh no, it was 3 separate abortions. But just remember, she didn't get herself pregnant.
You get a free coffee.
I don't think it's a free coffee.
It's awful.
It's probably like 3 abortions get a free pap smear. I mean, you know.
So, yeah,
let's not forget that Planned Parenthood offers much more than just abortion services. In fact, what is it? It accounts for like 5%, not even that, less than 5%. Yeah. 3. So, but
well, yeah. The irony is that abortions have been going down, and they were at the lowest point, I think, during the Obama years. They're not. Planned Parenthood has helped reduce the number of abortions through family planning,
right?
Educating a woman like that who might have had a single abortion and making sure they get birth control, so they don't have to have a stamp card, and they don't want to give away free.
You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen?
They don't want to give away.
You know how when you buy Benadryl at Target, they make you scan your driver's license. Now at Staples, if you go buy a calendar and like a set of markers, they're gonna be like, "Can we have your ID?" You're like, "What?" Well, we're pretty sure this is some sort of a menstrual cycle, subversive plan of yours. So if you're gonna buy a calendar from now on, and you're female, let's put it that way. If you're a female buying a calendar, we're probably going to have to see your ID going forward.
Well, yes. We also don't know this particular woman's circumstances. You might have a guy who is taking the condom off, doing, God only knows. Carry on. I'm a man, so I'm going to shut the fuck up on this issue and let Carla finish the letters.
Yep. If only Eric could.
We're letting her talk today. That's right.
Thank you. Last night, Republican Congresswoman Mary Miller at a Trump rally said, I want to thank you for the historic victory for white life in the Supreme Court.
Whoa. Say that one more time.
Republican Congresswoman Mary Miller at a Trump rally said, "I want to thank you for the historic victory for white life in the Supreme Court."
Wait here, I'm gonna pull up the opinion because I think it might be that we've actually misjudged the entire Supreme Court reading. Maybe it's just that white abortions aren't legal anymore, and that it's okay to have minority abortions. Did I miss something there?
No, you don't understand. This is a hoods are off kind of thing. You have to have more black babies to become slaves and more white babies to become slave holders.
Oh, I get it. Okay, so the prison industrial complex was probably on the verge of collapse. And so maybe that's a new reading of this, is that if we don't have black babies, how are we going to sustain the prison industrial complex?
There you go.
It's like if you shut down the Keystone Pipeline, you get no black oil going through. So
I'm not sure that's a good analogy, but okay.
If you shut down black babies, I mean, think of all of the towns and municipalities that depend on black prisoners.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't thought about it like that.
Well,
Right.
pregnancy is kind of like alcoholism, Eric. It affects all socioeconomic levels and races, regardless of how poor or rich you are, or whether you're white or black. It's very much like alcoholism, except men can't get pregnant.
Oh, thank you for pointing out that very salient detail. I got another letter from a woman who said, "My OB/GYN started a new group practice 1 month ago in Austin, Texas. He told me that between midnight and 6 a.m. this morning, their office received 22 online requests for tubal ligations in 6 hours, when most people are sleeping, because obviously women in America are not."
I've done the Taco Bell like 1 a.m. run and felt a little guilt like the next morning.
I was going to say I ordered a tubal ligation at Taco Bell.
I was just going to ask, is that what you ordered?
Is that like I had three gorditas and a tubal ligation? Or is that what you get at like 7-Eleven next to the Slurpee?
I can't help you with that. I think Dairy Queen, the brazier abortion machine, is about all America can handle right now.
The Mexican pizza does look like an abortion.
Are you trying to tell us that, because we know that you're the local editor-in-chief at the Brazier DQ there in Burnt Korn. Are you conducting back alley dilly bars?
I am not, but I will tell you that it's rather weird that everyone's referring to me as Dr. Carla all of a sudden. Got another letter. Got a letter.
Can I get
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You don't have a uterus. Shut up.
You don't have rights. You shut up.
I'm not gonna. Got another letter from a woman. "My ideal summer body is one that I have complete control over." Imagine. Somebody wrote, according to one of his law clerks, as reported by the New York Times in 1993, Justice Clarence Thomas privately said, "The liberals had made my life miserable for 43 years, and I'm going to make their lives miserable for 43 years. Fucker only has 13 years to go."
I think about 300 or 400 years from now, history is going to make this very clear that all of this was to blame for a pubic hair on a Coke can. Or is it a Pepsi can? I can't remember.
No, it was a Coke can.
Was it a Coke can?
And some porn film called Long Dong Silver.
I mean, if one of his pubic hairs hadn't, fallen off his face and onto
I don't think it was on his face.
I don't know what that man was up to. Can we just mention here for the record, again, for the future, that his wife was an active traitor at the January 6th insurrection? I mean,
that should disqualify you, right? If you're
not in America,
from getting an abortion. Yes, she's disqualified from getting an abortion. By law now. Jesus. Can you reach further? And is your mailbag still packed?
Oh, it's still packed. Hang on. In America, nobody can be forced to donate bone marrow or organs, even to save the life of someone on a transplant list. Without consent, our organs can't be harvested after death to save a life. Women in America now have less rights than a corpse. I will also point out that women have less rights than a man who rapes them and impregnates them, because he is entitled to due process. He is entitled to, face his accuser, and in 22 states, he has the right to demand visitation.
So you really didn't have to point that out, Carla, because that's clearly in the Constitution already.
Oh, let's go on to the next letter. Some guy wrote to me.
Wait. Before we go on to the next letter, I just
It ties in.
No. We'll tie it in here in a second, just like, so many tubal ligations. I think that this whole abortion issue is fantastic for the podcast. We've never had so much mail. I can't wait for the next hearing, the next decision on like same-sex marriage and contraception rights. This is fantastic for the show.
Well, then all my gays will come out and talk to me.
This is terrible for the show. It was a non-political show, and we thought we could get away with being non-political, and then look what happens.
This isn't
can't
politics.
Ignore this. One man decided to write to me to inform me that he double-checked abortion is not in the Constitution. I felt obligated to point out that, for the record, it does not use the word guns either, or Bible, or Christianity, or semi-automatic rifles designed for mass murder.
Or Agent Orange, or Dresden, or Hiroshima.
Or women, or women at all. Let's just get rid
I'm
of
not
women.
sure
No. Women are implied in the 3/5 statement.
Oh.
But that's only certain women. For the record, white women are never mentioned, whether directly or implied, in the Constitution. So, Carla, once again, we just have to remind you that we're feeling like pretty beneficent mansplainers today.
Well, Eric, you're a landowner, right?
Technically, yes.
Okay, well, you have the most rights here today.
Well, so am I, for now.
Oh, no. Go back and read your Constitution. It doesn't say women can own land, now does it?
No, it doesn't. I'll just wait for some man to just come over and take it.
I think, look, you can Snopes me on this. I think it wasn't until 1962 that women were allowed to have a mortgage without a male co-signer.
Something like, I think it was even later than that.
Yeah, well, that's basically when society fell apart, if you ask me.
Yeah, well. Come closer.
No, you might get pregnant.
No, I'm pretty sure at my age I won't.
I don't know these days.
I have a question.
You know
Wait. If I'm beyond the age of reproduction,
right,
do I get my rights back?
No, because then you're just generally unimportant.
Oh, okay.
I mean, according to capitalism, you're still a consumer, so you've got that. But beyond your ability to actually, spend, not really.
Hey, a girl's got to eat.
Yeah, well, there you go. I recommend Golden Corral because that sustains you.
If they run out of steak and the shit starts flying, I'm not responsible.
Listen, by the way, okay. So we made it through the mailbag. Holy fucking shit, Jazz. We decided early on, listen, no politics, no religion whatsoever on this show ever. And if you mention it, you got to go to the penalty box. Well, we all decided today that we would all three of us, we just head into the penalty box. There's just no way you can avoid this issue. So this is one of the only times, folks, you're going to hear politics discussed on the Hate Napkin, and religion, by the way, because clearly this is a religious conservative stratagem agenda that goes back to Falwell, Robertson.
Do you hear
And
the
all that
sirens?
The family starting in 1970s when they were trying to get satellite TVs and were killing each other, you know, to be able to get the license to be able to rape and pillage the wallets of old ladies all across the world so they could have more money than God and then get themselves into politics and get their country back, basically. So,
Yeah, because they have the fucking deed, right?
yeah, the deed to the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that was easy. It only cost 40 shells. I'm going to ask you a series of questions of things you hate more, and you will forward a little discussion. So we'll start it off. What do you hate more, the Supreme Court or wire hangers?
Oh, it's got to be the Supreme Court. Wire hangers are useful.
Okay, I like that. What do you hate more, Amy Coney Barrett or webinars? Amy Barrett or webinars?
Amy Coney Barrett.
I mean, for a long time in this show, webinar was the standard of hate. So if we're gonna go with Barrett, that's
I
a
think
tough
lying under oath should disqualify you as a judge of any kind.
Oh, you mean the
be
part during the
removed.
Senate hearings when they said Roe was established law? They
Right.
weren't going to touch it.
This
A
Justice.
webinar doesn't make Carla have to mop up the back of the Dairy Queen for the 15th time after the cherry blizzard machine spills on the floor.
Yeah, well, that brings up a whole new thing. When you go to McDonald's late at night and they say that the shake machine is out of order, I'm gonna be very suspicious.
You're gonna hear it. You'll hear the machines going. You'll be like,
Right,
I can hear it.
I could be like, "Are you sure you don't have any strawberry shakes back there?"
Be very worried if they give you one.
Especially with chunks of fruit. Yo, what's going on? All right, what do you hate more, Justice Samuel Alito or lima bean juice? Justice Samuel Alito or lima bean juice? What do you hate more?
Alito.
Oh, I think Samuel Alito. He smells like lima bean juice.
Oh, but only certain parts of him.
I think lima bean juice would
down.
write lima bean juice would write a better legal argument.
That might be the funniest line in the history of the show. All right. So yeah, again, I think so far we have Amy Barrett is worse than webinars and Alito is worse than lima bean juice. This is
now let's do Brett Kavanaugh.
Okay. Well, you know, who told you had the right to preempt me there? Okay, so
I like beer.
What do you hate more? Wait, all right, come on, this one's serious, folks. What do you hate more, Brett Kavanaugh or Eric Clapton's dead baby? What do you hate more, Brett Kavanaugh or Eric Clapton's dead baby?
Eric, no, I think I would have to say Brett Kavanaugh because he misled Susan Collins, which is why she was misled. It's that whole misleading thing.
I can just see the email. Dear Brett, I was on my knees before you. I believed you while I was sucking your deep veined cock.
Hang on a second. I think I got a call coming in from PJ and Squee.
I wonder if Manchin also blew Kavanaugh.
No, Manchin was too busy blowing Big Coal.
Who's that?
Big Coal? The coal industry?
I know. What do you hate more, Neil Gorsuch or cancer babies with hair ribbons? Neil Gorsuch or cancer babies with hair ribbons?
Oh, that one's easy.
I don't know. Cancer babies always turn near the top two around here.
No. Neil Gorsuch, because he accepted a stolen seat on the Supreme Court. And he knew.
And cancer babies know they don't have enough time to serve, so it's not worth it.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna go with cancer babies because they remind me of the horrible decision in overturning Roe versus Wade. So we're gonna see more of them now. I mean, it's just gonna be
They're gonna be cancer babies up the wazoo. It's gonna be
a baby boom of cancer babies.
well, we'll just have to create a special wing in the prison industrial complex. Oh my God.
I like beer.
I think it was 5 justices. People keep saying 6. Who is the 6th justice? It's 5.
John Roberts.
I think Roberts was not pro. He was anti.
Roberts tried to get them to scale this back, and the rest of them went for the throat, and he voted with them.
Wow. Okay, so what do you hate more, Justice Roberts or Benedict Arnold?
The shriveled penis of John Roberts.
Oh, you just took away my next one. All right. And finally, what do you hate more? Justice Clarence Thomas or the smegma in Joe Rogan's penis? Justice Clarence Thomas or the smegma in Joe Rogan's penis?
Okay, that one's hard.
I know. This is gonna not the penis.
No, difficult.
Difficult. Okay, there we go. Let's clarify.
Clarence Thomas. If I got to go with one, I'm going to say Clarence Thomas.
Yeah. Polly?
I don't like pubic hair on my Coke.
I don't like smegma on my Coke.
We're gonna go with Clarence Thomas. Yeah.
I think Clarence Thomas is now the face of, I mean,
Fascism.
When I think of, Nazi Germany, I think Hitler. When I think evil Soviets, I think Stalin. China, I think Mao, Pol Pot. I think Clarence Thomas just earned his place on the Mount Rushmore of actual hate.
Well, he said he's going after Griswold and Obergefell and one other. I think he should do Loving V Virginia next.
Am I the only person that thinks he has an OBGYN clamp shoved up his ass? And it's just, and this is really the source of a lot of this. He's not even aware of it. It's just up there. It's like just affixed to some part of his colon.
Well, I'm just fascinated that for 29 years, the man never said a word. And now all of a sudden he has a whole lot to say.
Listen, the art of the dog whistle.
That's no dog whistle. They're using a fucking bullhorn now.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping that today's episode would make me feel better about everything, that somehow we could just use macabre black humor. Sorry, Clarence Thomas, as a way to sort of get our way through this. But I don't know how I feel. I mean, it feels good to tell Carla she has no rights and to shut up. I mean, that bolsters the male ego inside me, but it doesn't get me much past that. This is a truly dark day.
All right. Should we come back and do a regular show?
Yeah, I think we should probably come back and do a regular show, but we got to end this one. How do we end this show?
I think we all give ourselves mock abortions, mock back alley abortions with whatever tools we have.
This is all I got.
Or to a stuffed, or to a stuffed
my
animal.
Norwegian flag. I've got a couple of toothpicks, my pointy Norwegian flag. I've got a makeshift.
I have a metal stainless steel straw.
I thought you had that.
I have a vacuum cleaner.
I thought you had that too ligated.
All right. Here it comes.
Wait, let me go get the ketchup. Hold on.
Oh my God.
I got it out. I got it out. There it is.
Oh my God, no wonder it's illegal. Jesus Christ. Folks, that's why male abortions just aren't even an issue. Nobody wants to see that. Although I kind of would like to see that in a webinar.
I'm just disappointed. I can't find any more metal coat hangers.
They're all at the Dairy Queen.
They're all at the Dairy Queen. Da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, once again, folks, you've joined us for another intrepid episode into the canals of your fallopian tubes, deep, deep, deep inside the anals of hate.